A very good Thursday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and night forecast, courtesy of On Target. Getting a look out there, folks, at the latest surface map. We got a warm front that's approaching here out of the west. Folks, it's going to be working and swinging eastward and north over the region. That's going to result in a nice warm up today into tomorrow. I know pretty much all of us are ready for it. But folks, you better soak it in because we have got an Arctic blast that's going to be following suit late in the weekend throughout the vast majority of next week. You can note right there along and ahead of the warm front, we have got some cloud cover that is working across the region. That'll be getting out of here. We're going to be looking at partly to mostly sunny skies after we get rid of the cloud cover here over the next hour or so. Beach Tree News Sky Cam up in Morgantown showing the blanket of cloud cover there across the region. No view of the moon whatsoever. Same can be said overlooking the Sky Cam. Lovers Lane Soccer Complex and the Loops Trails right there in Bowling Green. Showcasing that blanket of cloud cover that'll be with us here over the next hour or so. But then again, some rays of sunshine are going to be settling in here. Temperatures have tanked throughout the overnight, not nearly as cold as what we have been the past few mornings. We're hanging out on either side of the freezing mark of 32 degrees across the entire Wobbles community. Folks are going to be bumping highs all the way up to around the mid-40s as we work throughout the day. It's going to be thanks to a combination of sunshine and brisk southwesterly winds that'll be with us throughout a good chunk of today as well. Here's a little bit better view. You can see the Oswego warm front lifting north there through Indiana on into Ohio and northern Kentucky. High pressure down to our south and east. Going to be churning in those southerly winds. That's what's going to result in that significant warm up for us. Taking a look here at the latest model guidance. First and foremost, the wind speeds as we work throughout the day. And take a look, folks, as we get into mid-morning. Whenever the warm front's lifting north over the region, here we are getting into the 8, 9, and 10 a.m. time frame. We're going to have southwesterly winds, folks, 15 to 30 miles an hour throughout this morning. They'll remain strong throughout this afternoon as well. Not quite as strong, but on the magnitude of 15 to 25 miles an hour as we work throughout this afternoon and on into this evening, all right? Winds are going to remain out of the south as we get into our Friday. That's going to warm us up even more, but the winds aren't going to be quite as strong as we have the arrival here with the warmer temperatures here out of the deep south and the Gulf. As you can see here, looking at sunrise Friday morning, clockwise flow around the high is going to keep that southerly wind component in place for us. It's also going to be transporting moisture up into our vicinity. And folks, take a look at what's going to occur as we roll right into the pre-dawn hours of our Saturday morning. We're going to be looking at this cold front extending all the way from Canada down to the south and west. Another developing surface low with an attached warm front right near the Arklatex region. This thing is going to pull off here to the north and east. This is going to result in widespread rain showers across the region, light to moderate in nature. Not expecting any sort of severe weather. This will be arriving Friday evening and lasting all the way through our Saturday with the opportunity at a little brief changeover to some snow Saturday night into Sunday morning. That's what we're currently keeping very close eyes on. But folks, after this gets out of here, we got the hot pink arrows here signifying it for you. Or purple arrows, whatever you prefer there. Brisk northwest wind's going to be bringing in that Arctic blast late in the weekend, at least through the middle of next week, all right? So initially, taking a look right here, we got this little clipper moving through northern Kentucky this morning. That's why we got the cloud cover across the region. We're going to dry out underneath partly to mostly sunny skies all the way through today. Here we are going all the way through Friday, and then look at Friday evening. Between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m., we'll have scattered light rain showers arriving, becoming more widespread around midnight, progressing throughout the pre-dawn hours of our Saturday morning. You can see here, folks, as we're getting into the daylight hours of our Saturday, the rain showers are going to be present, but it should be much more scattered in nature, all right? Now, we're watching the backside of this weather maker because as it moves through, we've got a brief period here as we work into our Saturday night and into our Sunday morning. Whenever the cold air is going to be trying to catch up with the lingering leftover moisture, folks, it doesn't look like this is going to amount to much of anything. But we could have some scattered, maybe a light scattered snow shower, a few flying flurries out there on the backside of this. But again, no impacts are anticipated at this point in time. The cold gets locked in, folks. Right here behind this weather maker, we've got this Arctic high, this monster trough that's digging in here over the eastern U.S. And take a look, because we're going to need to keep a close eye on next week, folks. Frigid cold all the way through roughly the early part of next week. But folks, I know we've been talking about this here over the past few days, but this southerly coastal system will need to be watched as we work into next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Again, folks, I find it very difficult to believe snow showers are going to be breaking out across New Orleans at this point in time. It remains to be seen. It could, but majority of the time you see a little bit of a poleward migration or a northward jog with these systems. So this is going to be worth keeping very close eyes on. This is valid for next Tuesday, and then we get into Wednesday and Thursday. And folks, late in the work week is a much stronger signal that we're trying to peg down here. Models are trying to come in some sort of an agreement, but look at this massive weather maker as we roll into roughly 6 or 7 days out from the present time frame. Got this deep surface low diving all the way down to the Gulf, churning all of this deep moisture northward out of the Gulf of Mexico. I don't have to tell you what the blue colorations mean, folks, but as we work into Thursday afternoon of next week, we go all the way through our Thursday night, we work into our Friday, and folks, we're set up right on the bullseye of a potentially significant snow event. So obviously we're going to be keeping eyes on that as well. So we got roughly the Wednesday time frame we're going to be watching. And then again with this secondary surface low developing on the back side of it, we got another weather maker watching next Thursday into next Friday. Again, folks, this is a week from today, all right? And then we continue on throughout next weekend, and we get some more blips of snow chances in here, folks. Long story short, look here, the following Wednesday, this is right towards the end of January, the 29th into the 30th. We've got numerous chances of snow here in the forecast over the next few weeks, with the temperatures remaining well below average. We're definitely going to want to keep an eye on that, all right? Here is a full breakdown for you of your next 6-day weather forecast, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Partly to mostly sunny today. Don't forget about the winds. Going to be very strong, 15 to 30 miles an hour. Highs up in the mid and upper 40s. Low and mid 50s for your Friday, underneath partly sunny skies. And then rain showers break out Friday night. Cold front passes through here on Saturday with the rain chances sticking around. Perhaps a brief change over to snow. We'll be keeping close eyes on that. And then the bottom drops out. Mid and upper 20s for highs on Sunday. Overnight lows possibly, and very likely for some of us at least, down to the single digits. Mid and upper teens, I think, Martin Luther King Jr. Day on into our Tuesday with the opportunity of single-digit lows following suit. Then, of course, folks, Wednesday through Saturday of next week, we're watching for those back-to-back weather makers. Could be bringing some winter weather shenanigans back into the fold for Wobbles Country. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have yourself a fantastic next to final day of the work week as we finish up here